Hey guys, back with another Echoing Thoughts podcast here, episode number 115. And today we're going to talk about a lot of different things. The patch notes previews, they gave us a little bit of a teaser here. We're going to talk about how I plan on helping you guys get into more bossing contents with this boss integrated matching system, help you guys out with that. We're also going to talk about some of the updates with single player mode for Chaos Lucid, Varus Hilla, things like that, and all the different little teasers that they've announced for the October patch. We're also going to talk about the a little thing that I've been working on with line counts, true line counts, as well as a class tier system that I've been working on a spreadsheet. I'll dive into that, how I'm ranking classes based on not just their DPS, but also based off of their toolkit, their survivability, their self-sustainability, their party, utilities, support, their mobility, a lot of factors that go into it. I kind of created my own scoring system that I'm still playing around with, still not set in stone, but I'd love to get it like at least shown to you guys what I'm working on, and at least get feedback because it's hopefully something that will help you guys gauge where the classes are, and it'll be constantly updated with the new meta and new changes, rebalances, and things like that. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of information. So we'll talk about that. And then we'll first start off by talking about this news with this full restoration account. In Asia, I talked about it a while back about how an Asia account got hacked. It was proven it got hacked. Law enforcement got involved, and we'll talk about sort of the update on that and what has happened. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below. Join the Discord. The link is in the below. There's gonna be a lot of stuff in the Discord, trying to bring it back and bring more stuff for you guys. So definitely want to join the Discord, the free portion as well. Or if you want to support the channel, join the Discord is a great way to do that. Appreciate all the people that have supported that way. It's much appreciated. But let's get into the episode. All right, so we're first going to talk about this update on this account. So if you haven't seen it, here's the red post here, and I got notified recently that it actually was updated where they got their full account, everything restored. Pretty insane. Props to Nexon. Props to everyone involved. There's great details here, but basically what happened was there's a lot of people involved, from law enforcement to like the local telecom providers, just a lot of people involved. From, I guess they said that even Nexon Americas took initiative on this, so shout out to them. A lot of people here, you can kind of read on it. I'll post this in the comment section, but huge win for this guy. Shout out to him. It was a full, like it's a loaded account, right? So he got every single piece back, and you know, I talked about it previously, how this was a great opportunity for Nexon to sort of back their word about just being more conscious of the community, listening to the community, and doing what's best for the community instead of just focusing specifically on kind of their bottom line. And they pulled through, right? So shout out to them. This is something I didn't think that they would actually. I was skeptical, say the least, but yeah, got the full account back, and now they're kind of the next steps is still working on the authentication process, right? It felt it's too easy right here for people to, once they're in Nexon ID account, to have it forever. Even if you change the password, even if you make changes to the account and things like that, they can still get in. And that was kind of the issue that came up here. So shout out, just wanted to bring this to light. It's a great win for everybody. If you didn't know, they also incorporated a sort of a customer service thing in the previous patches where you can get items restored if you accidentally discarded it, if you accidentally, say you turned one of your armor pieces into like an emblem trace or something like that. You have the ability to restore it as long as you do not use those said resources. So like if you ended up extracting an emblem piece and getting emblem traces, as long as you don't use those emblem traces, you can actually, if it's within, if it's you submit the request to restore right away, I think it's within like a few weeks or a month maybe, then you can actually get that item restored. Okay, so keep that in mind. They've been doing a lot of things to help us, give us a little bit of a grace period for our mistakes, something they haven't done in a long time. And so, shout out to them for this and a lot of the things that they've been doing to just help out the community. All right, so getting into this October update, they sent out this preview today, October 24th. Just a few things: collaboration, a little coupon code here with the Bugcat Kapoo round 2 is crazy. That should be pretty fun though, with the fashion story. And then we got another burning character. Low key stoked about this. They've been giving one every month for a while now. So getting the Legion up, I'll get to 12k here. So that's exciting for everyone to take advantage of. Now it's 210 even. So even more free levels. Got to take advantage of that. And then the boss matching world integration. This is something that is very exciting. I'm not sure the depths of it, whether it's going to be, it doesn't seem like it's a merge of the trade station. It just seems like straight up bossing. And that is going to be interesting to see how that plays out. And I also want to help out the community as well. Shout out to Devil for the idea, but it sounds like one of the things that I want to incorporate once the patch notes are out is in my Discord. I want to create a space for you guys to look for that cross-world bossing teams and set up schedules and things like that. Use my Discord platform to help you guys out, getting communication with other people's, and to use it as to be a place to boss, right? With voice chat, with other people from all over, just to get your guys clears, right? So this is going to open up a lot of great opportunities for a lot of people because scheduling is a huge part, time zones and things like that. So hopefully this allows for people to just get things worked out that benefits themselves and just get those clears at times that work for everybody. Okay. So stay tuned for that. And again, single Lotus, single Varusilla, got to test it out, see what the damage is like. I want to see how much damage you need for Chaos Lucid. Hopefully it's, probably 4-set Arcane 70s can get it done, but I'm curious to see how, what the gear requirements are for that. And also single Varusilla as well. Just another option, right? Surprised they brought this out so fast with Varusilla kind of just being still new and Chaos Lucid being even newer. But yeah, we'll take it, right? More content available. Have to test it out and see what is possible. And another Arcane River, just more free EXP, more arcane symbols like that. Quality of life changes. Just claim all buttons for the Mio is something that they talked about and they're going to incorporate. So I love that. Smoother gameplay, Black Heaven, and Heroes of Maple, and auto cubes for desired options. That should be interesting as well. A nice quality of life change. Excited to see how that works out. And other events, all jobs, level up events. Okay, Mio, we love Mio. They always give free stuff like restoration scrolls and things like that. And 6-star chapter 3. So it's coming up. 6th job is coming up soon in January. It's going to come up quick. So that's going to be really, really exciting. This patch is going to be, is not a big patch, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of great stuff in there for everybody. So definitely want to take advantage of it, especially the events to get your Legion up and get your characters to level 250. That's going to be the most important thing for the next few months, to get to 250 on your mains and as many characters as possible to get access to 6th job when it first comes out. So the last thing I want to talk about here is line counts updated. I'm trying to incorporate a true line counts to those classes with clones. It's going to take a little bit of effort, but people have done it already. Please send it in to me. It's kind of a pain in the butt to do, but I added it to our line count spreadsheet. So this is already in the Discord. If you haven't joined, this is free for you guys to look at in my guides tab of my Discord. So definitely come into that. And this is where this true line count comes in. So I did have a little bit of math to kind of show my work a little bit. And if anyone has inputs, maybe I did my math wrong, please, by all means, correct me, because This is not that easy. So I did so far Paladin, which I'm still a little skeptical about, but basically what they have is I had to do the calculations based on the line counts here for 60, 2 minutes and 3 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minutes. And I basically did the line counts. I took out, for Paladins, for example, all of their skills get affected by Echo, which Echo is a 90% clone. So you'll see here, all I did was use this B11. I took out the Hyperstat ADI lines and I took out the will skill because those don't get cloned, but all of Paladin's other skills do. Okay, so that's why where I got this number here. And then I just did of 95%, right? Because half of the lines are 100%, half of them are 90%. So I just did 95% here. That's why I get these lines. And then Paladins are unique because they have an Echo bonded lines as well. So that's only for our blast lines. And so that's 2668 lines normally. And this is sort of the math to get it. They have a 15% line, and then they have a 15% of the 90% echo line. So it's a little confusing, but basically this is the math for it. And that one's honestly pretty straightforward. So the difference here, it's about a 20% line difference in the original line counts here. And this is what makes line counts so misleading, right? At times. And this is why, Paladins and Nightwalkers or Cannoneers, Mercedes, classes that have high line counts. So for example, here in like a 2-minute line counts, these classes have so many more lines, these two, but these are all like, it's not the true lines. So this is what I'm trying to accomplish here. So in actuality, 11,000 is the true line counts line for 60 seconds, for example. So that would place me from here being at 13.8. This is with bonded lines. I would be somewhere around here. So still top 5, but it's 20% less, which is a lot. Okay. And then so for Paladin for 2 minutes, okay, 2 minutes, we have no echo lines. So this is where it's a little bit wonky, I guess, doing the lines. But basically I did the math. It seems to be about the true lines. Instead of being 18,000 here, it's going to be about 15.7. So that's about, you can see now it's only about a 13% difference, 13% difference. And then for 3 minutes again, it goes back down to about 85%. So 15% difference, 14% difference of true line counts, because originally it was in the 30s and now it's down to 26. Okay, so just keep that in mind. This is all for parties as well with Echo. I haven't done it in a solo mode, which is going to be even less. So things like Culvert and Guild Honor Battle and things like that will be a little bit skewed. But for the most part, you can kind of see now for Paladins, true line counts sort of exist in comparison, right? 26,000 would place it in a 3 minutes fight, place it around here. And then in 2 minutes, let's see, 15,000 would be, 15,000 would be way below here, right? 15.7, so it'd probably be more mid around Ho Young. So this is kind of what I'm trying to accomplish for all of these classes with clones, so that Shadow, where I did it, it's about 90%. It's about 10 to 9% difference. So I got their information. Dual Blade here, it's not finished yet. I think it's because not all of their skills are cloned, I think, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see. But I'm still learning about these classes. So again, a lot of data. If you guys are seeing this and you guys have information on this or can help me out, reach out to me, please. I am trying to reach out to people individually to like get an idea of what skills are cloned and what are not, just to kind of get that math done slowly and surely. So appreciate it. All the support in this. So this is kind of where I'm going. And this goes directly into my class rankings tier. Okay, so for class rankings, I'm creating my own point system based off of a lot of things. Okay, so this is just all kind of beta testing right now, but it gives a good grasp of which are the best classes overall. Okay, so it's a combination of, I have a little bit of a breakdown, again, just copy and pasting all of this data. So I did 15 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes. And the reason I added in the 15 seconds is because I think the emphasis on pairing damage within a DS4 window burst is a big part of the game that you can't really quantify in lines, but I think it obviously makes a big difference, especially at the higher levels when you get that extra max damage cap from Defense Smash 4 and then IED. It's huge. Okay, so I definitely feel like this is an important I guess number to look at. And the way that I did this here for these numbers is basically I got the highest line, got 10 points, and everything under that just gets a percent. So it's all points, right? So this is 9.3%, 9.3 points, all the way down to Shade at 4.4. Still missing Demon Avenger and Cadena. So please, anyone has that information, please share it. I would love to get those. And then so on and so forth, right? So here's what I did. And Mercedes at the top and all the points. So now the DPS score total, the top ones is Nightwalkers, Cannoneers. This is without the True Lines adjustments. So this is why it's still in beta. Still trying to gather that data, the True Lines, and then adjust these DPS numbers to get the true scores. Okay, but just keep that in mind here. The total scores here is Nightwalkers, Cannoneer, Mercedes, Wild Hunters in overall. Okay, and then I have a score here without it, with all three of these points, and then I have a DPS score without 15 seconds burst. So it just gives you a little bit of context, a little bit of just as much information as possible. And so that is where I got that. And then now in this J column here, this is where I have under my toolkit kind of toolkit point system. Okay, so I have 3 separate areas of survivability, support, and mobility. Okay, and so I've basically tried my best to get the information about all these classes and what they have, and I have it in the notes here as far as what skills they have available to them. Okay, so I have here point system is 0.5 points for every, let's say, self iframe, self heal, Heaven's Door, attack on move, and jump is actually a big, like, it doesn't feel like it makes sense, but it's actually a huge just a huge advantage to have. So you get points for that as well, and then points for a shield like Blitz Shield or like Gale Barrier for Wind Archers, things like that, right? So this is all self survivability, and then that's for this survivability here, and this is for support. So support, you get 1 point for Heaven's Door and 1 point for every party iframe. I feel like those are a tier above as far as support. So that is, and this is for everybody, right? So like the Bishop's Heaven's Door, party iframe is like what Sia's have, what Lin's have, and so that is where these are. So like obviously the top classes are Bishop, Lin, Sia. No surprise there, because here, look how many skills bishops have that fall under support. It's actually insane when you calculate it. So I have it all in here. How much heals you get, final damage, heals, final damage, Heaven's Door. So that's the points breakdown there. As far as like Sia, as far as lane, everything. So I tried to put notes on this just for if I missed anything, I could go back and look and see what we have. And then stun is a 0.25 because you have an Urda stun, but having that extra stun is still very crucial, and something to have, right? Like in solo content, like if you're going into separate phases, you can use 1 stun for phase 1, a 2nd stun for phase 2, or you can stun ads, things like that, right? So it's like you get 2 times as much stuns. I think that's worth something. Okay, I think that's worth something. So that's what I got here. And I assumed all classes use Blink and Urda stun, so I did not put that in the toolkit because that's baseline. And so yeah, you can see here how everything got scored. Survivability, who has the most survivability? Phantoms, no surprise there. Demon Slayers, Nightwalkers, Shade, Arans, sneaky. Shade's very good as well. So you can kind of see what you'd expect from these classes to have as far as survivability versus support. Okay, and so things like single res here, it's basically whatever you want it to be, but I put it in the support heals for paladins versus in the survivability because it is an iframe as well. And for like phantoms, for example, support, I had to put a little asterisk in it because like you only can choose mass res, time leap, and single res. You can't choose all of them. Shell Fountain heals, the same thing. Meditation, Monkey Magic, all the same thing, right? So you only can choose one. That's why they're in this tier. But then survivability, you can take a ton. You can take all of these things at once. Dark Sight, Marksman iframe, Sacro, Freud, Luck of the Draw iframe. Even people don't even know about that, but it is a huge. It's an iframe. Self heals, Heaven's Door, attack on move. So many options for Phantoms. No surprise they're at the top there. And then mobility. I gave 0.25 points for all of these things. I think that mobility is one of those things that should not be overlooked. I'm a big fan of mobility. Glides, teleports, dashes, up jump, double up jump. Like some classes feel very lacking. You can feel the difference. Classes like Kanas and Lumis, like they feel like they're just stuck in the mud when it comes to mobility. So I think that is something that should be taken note of as far as the toolkit. Okay. And so now is the totals. And then, right, so like bishops are at the top, Phantoms and Sia, no surprise there. Some of the best classes in the game. And this column right here is sort of the all-encompassing. Okay, so DPS toolkits, Nightwalkers, Bishops, Lins, Phantoms, Mercedes Cannoneers. Like this is our top 10 right here. Right, with Sia, Dual Blade, Night Lords kind of there. Kind of makes sense, right? I think that looking at these classes at the bottom, the margin is very small, and I think even then, so if I remove this 15-second burst window, I'm not surprised that some of these classes are like, it doesn't change that much, right? So just keep that in mind. I'm surprised that actually Paladins are higher. But either way, this is all still in the beta testing, but I wanted to give you guys an idea of, I just wanted to jot down all this information, and I'm still deciding when I'm going to present this to everybody. But if you guys, again, want to help the community and get this information out and make it as accurate as possible. Like, for example, I don't know Kinesis much at all. So if, for example, they have a survivability skill that I don't know about, like they don't have Freud. Pretty sure. So like that's one thing right there, right? They should only have 1 point. So like things like that, just let me know. Maybe they have a party iframe I don't know about, or party skill buff, things like that. Please DM me on Discord. In my Discord, a lot of information here, but I'm excited to kind of get this data going, and then still in the fine tunes, right? If there's anything you think that I should incorporate into my scoring chart, let me know in the comments below. Let me know in Discord, right? I think that this is not set in stone by any means. This is sort of just me off the top of my dome, kind of sitting on it for a week-ish, thinking about it, what's important to a great class, an overall class. I thought about putting in mobbing here. I thought about putting in, mainly training in here. I thought about putting in like funding, like how easy it is to craft trios, how easy it is to, how important it is to level up your skills, your V skills, right? Some classes don't need level 25 V skills to get maximum value out of it, right? Like, for example, some skills don't need, like, aren't duration based, like Divine Echo, which is duration based. The higher the level, the more, the longer the duration, things like that. So those are things that I thought about. Maybe I'll add it in eventually, but this is just sort of where I'm at right now. So I hope, hoping to get feedback on this for sure. Just initial thoughts. So let me know in the comments below. Up for discussion. Love to talk more about this, but this is exciting stuff, and I appreciate, again, all the people that have helped me out with all of this information. Couldn't have done it without you guys, and still looking for more Demon Avengers, Cadenas, and kind of all those classes that don't really, like, I have notes here that I need to improve on.